Welcome to I Want to Work There. I'm Eddie Francis, and we are going to share perspectives on how colleges and universities can take their reputations to the next level as employers of choice, and they can boost their employer brands through talent attraction, talent experience, and talent retention. So, before we talked about getting the right hire, let's talk about attracting the right hire. Lesley Regalado joins me again. Thank you so much for joining me. So, Lesley, tell me about an employer who seem to position themselves well to attract the kinds of talent that they really wanted. What did you see as a key to their success?
Sure. So during the pandemic, Eddie, I worked for a tech company. And that tech company, to me, they were the best I've ever seen at being prepared to attract the right kind of talent. I learned so much from them, not only in just the way they ran their business, but also how they saw talent attraction and retention and employee relations and all of those things that are so important in bringing on the right kind of team. One of the things that they did that really stood out to me was they really spent time devoted to what are we going to do in terms of benefits? What does a full compensation package look like? Not just what I make on the first and the 15th, but what do all the benefits, the total rewards look like that's going to draw and keep people here, compared to maybe their competitors. One of the things that this company did that I thought was so amazing is the week of 4th of July. That week, they closed the entire company and they referred to it as a wellness week, right? And they really focused on mental health. They realized, if you think about it, Eddie, a lot of people use their vacation time 2 times of the year. They do it in the summer and then they do it again in the winter break when everybody's out of school and doing holidays and New Year and that kind of. Well, what this company did was they closed the company the week of 4th of July and said, you don't have to use vacation. We realize we're in the middle of the year. Everybody's getting burned out. Kids are out of school. Let's let you focus on yourself. And they did that. I've never seen anything like it. It was amazing. Um, they were really focused on flexible schedules, work from home. If you lived near an office or near a location for that company, you could do hybrid and they let you choose. I want to work in the office on these days, or I don't want to work in the office. I mean, Eddie, they just went above and beyond. I mean, as a consultant, as somebody that does what I do and somebody that works in talent, when I was trying to sell an opportunity to a candidate, man, all I had to do was start rattling off. And it's funny because it was a B2B type of company. So a lot of people didn't recognize the name of the company. But when I said, here's what they do, here's what success looks like at this company. And oh, by the way, this particular tech company, which always got people's, attention, this company, here's what they do with total rewards. And right away, I could sell the opportunity to people. It's funny because I've been a recruiter for a long time. That's really sort of my bread and butter, my background, and what I love to do. Um, and there have been times that I worked with companies that were small. There were companies I worked for, big name companies. Some had great benefits, some had average benefits. And when you call somebody and you give a big name brand that everybody knows right away, they listen like, oh, okay, it's a big name. If you say the name of a company that's small or maybe that's B2B that they don't recognize, it's not always as engaging right away. So you have to be able to sell it. But this company, they positioned themselves through total rewards, through energy. They were diverse. They focused on diversity. And I always say, diversity does not mean hiring an unqualified person of color. That is not what diversity is. Diversity means we want to look at the population of people we have here, and we want to ensure that there is an equal opportunity and representation of qualified people.
There's so many things that jumped out. I mean, first of all, starting with benefits and compensation, making people realize that there's a full package that you can take a look at. And I always tell people in higher ed, you don't have to pay everybody the most and all of that good stuff. A lot of times people just want to know, what else can I get besides a paycheck when I work here? You actually mentioned that they took a look at their competitors. Higher ed, a lot of times when it comes down to attracting great talent, will fail to look at the competitors and what the competitors are doing. They were creative with their time as an organization as far as creating that window during the week of 4th of July for people to have that wellness time, and then paying attention to employee wellness. But then also you mentioned that they were flexible with employees, which I think is highly attractive, especially these days, to a new generation of employees. But then I think the biggest thing is, as an organization, they took risks to figure out how they could get the best people. And Les, I appreciate that story because that is an outstanding story that I think any college or university can do within their budget constraints. And so, thanks a bunch. You can find out more about Lesley in the show notes, and make sure you follow, like, and share this video in the I Want to Work There playlist. We're going to share more insights to help keep you and your campus a place where great people want to work. Thanks again, Lesley.
Thanks.